I am back from Emerald City Comic Con. I got in last night. Yeah, I got in kind of, a little late. It was in the evening. My bags unfortunately did not make it with me, so they dropped them off this morning, but that's okay. Basically, my connecting flight was boarding as the first one was landing, and I had to sprint all the way across the airport because, you can't have the two terminals close together. They have to put one in like A48 and put the other one in B17 or whatever, and of course it takes, normally it would take you like 20 minutes to get across there, but of course I had to sprint, and I made my plane by like literally a minute. In fact, as I was scanning my boarding pass for the connecting flight, the young lady behind the terminal was like, "Oh wow, you actually made it!" And because I don't think they anticipated me making it, because there was even in my app to keep track of the flight, there was like a backup flight in there. So yeah, I just want to say thanks again to everybody for hopping on and watching the vlogs and that came to see us at the booth. It was super fun over the weekend. Thank you again to Tyler for being a part of that. We got to just get really excited about gaming and hopefully grow the gaming community a little bit more. And we ate some epic food. So this morning I slept in a little bit, worked on some paperwork and some invoice, because even though you're not at the convention, there's still stuff to do, but I filed all that. I got the majority of it done, and now it's now I'm picking my kid up from school. But the one thing that stuck with me this morning is that I received the PDF for the solo rules for Dragonbane, which I thought maybe I should talk about a little bit. Not those rules in particular, but just solo rules in general, and how much of the market, the hobby, is solo rules. It can be RPGs, it can be solo, it can be board games. Solo rules are important. That's what's kind of these last couple of years definitely have grown that. Just like with online play, solo rules have been just a huge factor. So let me know in the comments if there's any games out there that you play solo that you really enjoy. I'd love to look at them and just take a look at the rule sets. I might not play them, but I think it's important. If you're a publisher or if you're designing a game, you should design a game with some sort of solo rules in mind. I think that's really, really important in this day and age. I'm not saying that that's a determining factor of your overall success. I'm just saying that it helps. That's basically what I'm saying. The other thing that I'm going to tell you is that, when people love board games and RPGs, they want to experience them as much as they can. And sometimes that's just on your lunch break and you can just jot down a few things, hence the solo mode for RPGs. Or if it's a board game, it's like you just can't, and of course with RPGs as well, you just can't get your friends together and play, but you still really love that game, so you want to still like enjoy it. So solo rules are important. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a publisher, if you're a designer, try to design a game with solo rules in mind. B, don't tack on a set of solo rules if it doesn't work with your system. I know some designers do this, and there's a lot of solo modes out there that just are kind of, it's not really that great. You can just tell it was just kind of tacked on. And they're not, they don't give you a good experience. I think, and that overall, that hurts your product. So I'm going to say, if you can put solo rules onto the back end of your game, do it without, lessening the play experience by a wide margin. Even if the community says, hey, we want solo rules, just don't, because sometimes it just doesn't fit. But if you know somebody that is really good at solo rules and you think that your game can conform to a really good rule set, try as much as possible to do a solo rule. Solo rules are super important. I personally don't play a whole lot of solo RPGs, or do play a lot of co-op board games solo. So there is that out there. If you play a solo RPG or a board game, let me know in the comments, because I'm always looking out for more games and more systems, and I think solo play for board games and for RPGs is just going to continue to skyrocket, and it's just added value to your overall product. Make it something that's solid. Don't half-ass it. All right, that's it. Go play some board games and some RPGs, and remember, winning shouldn't be the only victory condition when you get to the table. I gotta go pick up my kid. It looks like the line's moving. See you next time. This video is brought to you by Black Moon Games. Check out their products at shop-black-moon.com. I just want to say thank you again for consuming this content. I really have a passion for creating content and an extreme gratefulness for being able to have a small part in helping tabletop designers, creators make their projects a reality. There's something really, really special about that. And if you'd like to support us more, you can check out our Patreon. We have all sorts of perks, and I have a $10 a month RPG book club where I send you 2 signed RPG books a year. Feel free to check that out, but mostly I'd love it if you hit that subscribe or follow, whatever platform you're on. It is extremely, extremely humbling, and I appreciate it so much. Thanks so much.